Hello everybody, it's Christine and happy Thanksgiving. I should be posting this on Thanksgiving because it's Thursday. If you're not in the States, well, happy Thursday. And if you're in the States, happy Turkey Day. The picture I have today is of my stepdad and he's eating, I think it's a piece of pie. I don't know. If I have to guess, it looks like a piece of pie. And we were at my in-laws' house because she had little plants and stuff hanging. But anyway, the whole point of this is we're eating. I'm going to have to chop this off, even though that's my mother-in-law's face, and I hate to do that. At the same time, it's going to mess the picture up. So I'll take this little bit off here, but the picture's going to be my stepdad here, my bonus dad. And the collection, if I'm honest with y'all, I'm kind of breaking one of my own little mental rules I've made. I'm trying to make my way through the collections that I've had longer, or my little hip kits and scrap rooms and stuff like that. And I still have some August over there, but this came in the November flavors of the month, and it's Cartabella. And I thought it went perfectly with this picture. So I'm going to have to break into my Novembers, which is, I just got. So I'm kind of messing up my own little rule, but I'm okay with that. So yeah, so as I said, this is the flavors of the month. So what you get with the flavors of the month is just a couple little sample or, you know, single little papers, and then you get like an embellishment, which is, in this case, it's going to be a sticker sheet. And I thought it worked perfectly. So I'm going to use these. And then I'll show you real quickly. So the sketch I found is on my Instagram. I had saved it. It's actually from October 2019. But I'm liking this because it's got that little grid behind there, and then like this pattern here at an angle, and then a bunch of embellishments around. There's two photos, but I'm just going to have one. But I like it because I have this little plaid, and I'm going to cut it. And the thing is, I do like this floral here. So, but on the other hand, this one's cute too. But I like the green, so I think I'm going to end up having to trim. I'm going to have to cut this and then paste this on top of. I may just use one of these pieces of white cardstock as the backing. It's a good piece of cardstock, and maybe I'll trim it down so it doesn't look. I might do that. Anyway, that's kind of my thinking here. So let me cut up a little bit, and I'll come back on once I start kind of pasting things down and using my stickers and stuff, because this is going to be cute. I mean, y'all, I don't know what it is about chickens. I have no reason to like chickens. I don't have any chickens. I don't know what it is about these little chickens, but I love the little chickens. And then there's little pigs, although I don't think I'll use the pigs. But I do like little chickens. Y'all, I don't know. This is too cute. But I do like the sunflowers too. So anyways, let me get to cutting, and I'll come back on soon. Y'all, I have done it again. I don't ever learn. I cut this at an angle. I put that and I did that, and I'm going, okay, boo. And then I realized, Christine, you can't do that. So what I'm going to end up doing here, and I'm only showing this because, again, I like to show when I've screwed up, so I have the problems to solve. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it like this. I'm going to end up with a reversed slope again. I did this on a 30 Days of Sketches deal, and I guess I'm just never going to learn. I'm going to come back like this because I started to try to do it like this and do this, but it's not going to work. I need it to come where the picture can tuck in, right? And I thought about, well, maybe if I flip the green, and no, it really has to be the pink on top. It's just visually the pattern is heavier, so it needs to be on the bottom. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I've created my pocket here. I don't care if it's reversed. That's not a big deal. But now I've created a situation where this is a smaller square, right? So that's okay. What I'm going to do is trim this down a little more, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and back it either on this, or what I may use is this green on the back. This looks kind of pretty. So I think I may do this, and so I'll fix my problem. So that's me confessing yet again, y'all, of my goof up. So let me make my correction here, and I will come back on. Well, y'all, I have cut all my papers down, and if I'm going to be honest, I don't even hate how I had to solve the problem, because I actually really like how this green border around the little 2 pages that I, are pasting together right here. I think it turned out real pretty, so I'm not even sad about it. So as you can see, I have taken my 2 pieces that I mentioned earlier where I had cut the slope and it was all messed up and this and that, and I've attached those together. And I'm just going to take the little scufferator here and go around the outside edges. Cartabella is that real nice, thick, textured cardstock. If you've not used it, I do encourage you. It is real nice, thick stuff. It's got a texture to it, like I said, and it just kind of lends towards scuffing and distressing. It's just real pretty that way. So I've scuffed that up, and now I'm going to attach it to this green piece. I do have to adjust it here and there because for some reason I was struggling to keep it straight. I don't really know why. My eyeballs were just a little bit funky. So I'm going to attach it to the top of this, and then I will go ahead and distress the outside of the green with the little line on it. Now, I'm going to tell you that the paper itself, when I got the little green with the little squiggly line, the little scallopy line, it actually had the border strip at the bottom, so it was almost like little hills, but I really think it looks pretty as a scallop kind of coming down, so I flipped mine. And so if you happen to look at it in the if you're looking at it online, buying it or whatever, the lines are going to actually be flipped up the other way. So I'm just going to scuff around the outside of it. I did not gut the white cardstock because, frankly, it's white cardstock. And that's a dime a dozen in a sense. Like, you can get that all day long. So I didn't actually gut that. I did take the photo, though. You can see right there. And I had a piece of scrap white cardstock, and I just matted it. And initially, I was just going to leave it on the white. But even after I put it on the pink little gingham there, it looked not quite separated enough. So I will end up using that green scallop that's sitting underneath it. I'll end up matting it. My original thought with that piece was I was actually going to make tags out of it, and I do end up making tags out of it, but anyway, that's going to happen in a minute. Now, here's where I actually messed up. I initially intended to put that yellow strip on the two pieces before I matted it on that green, and I didn't. So I'm going to end up having to use my little X-Acto knife here and just trim this off. I just wanted that little border. In the sketch, it showed... it might have been stitching or something. I'm not sure. It did show like a border-ish looking thing, but almost looked like the same pattern. So I've kind of tweaked it just a hair, but I think that's fine. All right, so I'm tucking my picture down in here, and I'm just going to kind of fast around just a minute. And this is where I realize I need to kind of border it. It doesn't look right to me with just the white. So I'm going to take that green and put it behind there. And I do this, and it actually works out nicely because the bottom part down there that's left over is perfect size and width for a tag, and I'll end up making 2 tags. So in the sketch, it did show like 1 tag. It had 2 photos and kind of 1 tag on the left side on the left photo. I've got 1 photo, so I thought I'll make 2 tags. But I actually keep it together initially. I don't. You see, I punched 1 hole, and I thought to myself initially I was just gonna make the 1 tag. And so I'm making it. I'm using my little We Are Memory Keepers all-in-one tool here. If you've never seen it, it's real neat. It's got the little punches and holes and the little tag and all that. And I thought to myself, well, I'll just flip that over and make the other half a tag as well. So it's the same size, same width, all that, and without having to mess with it too much. And then I just cut it in half. And so then I have a top and a bottom here or whatever. I cut it in half. And now I've got 2 tags. I'll flip one over to show the green side, and I've got the yellow side. So I like this. I think this looks pretty. I am going to flip those. There we go. And I want to put some string. I'll run away in a second and go get some string and put it on there. But I'm going to scuff the outside edges here. And again, I'm kind of obviously deviating from the sketch a bit already just because I have 1 photo, and then now I've got these 2 tags. And in a minute, I'm going to pull out this sticker sheet. And y'all, I wouldn't call it a sticker sneeze, but it kind of is. I'm not even sad about it, though, because I need to it's a whole sticker sheet. And it can be really hard to use up an entire sticker sheet. So here's kind of my basic layout right here. I'm going to kind of glue this stuff down, and then I'm going to cut away in just a second because I'm going to put the string on there and all that. I don't make y'all sit there and watch me do that. I just tie my little string knots on there. And then I'm going to go grab these sticker sheets. And I honestly, like I said, I just kind of take and I decide I'm going to make like the sketch had like a bunch of florals and whatnot. So I decide, you know what? Well, actually, my apologies. I'm going to do this title first. Now, even though I have reversed my slope, you know, so on the sketch, it was kind of coming from the right down to the left, and I'm coming from the left down to the right. I kept the title on the right-hand side because of the way he's kind of facing in the picture, and there was plenty of room, and I thought it looked kind of cute just the way it was. So I've got this little sticker that says Let's Eat, and there's a little pie underneath it, under the words Let's Eat, and I thought that was great. And then the word Together, I get off of here. I'm going to end up having to stick a little bit of, I shouldn't say have to, but I put a little bit of foam up underneath the H just to kind of give it a little bit of lift. And then I'll end up gluing the rest of it down. Now, here's where I'm going to go through all these sunflowers. And I'll first pick out a few that are just kind of the, rounded pieces or whatever. And, and these are the pies. I decided I have to have the pies on here because he's eating pie. And I don't know if I'll ever have a layout with pies. We'll see. But I thought it looked cute here. So I'm just going to kind of organize these pies. There's 3 full pies. I don't think there was any other pies, big pies. But then there's a little piece of pies. But then I get into my sunflowers here. There's not really a good reason for the sunflowers other than I just think they're so pretty and they're cute. And I'm just going to kind of build up this whole little border set. And I'm just tucking and going, y'all. And I'm going to cut away in a second because I just kind of keep on the sticker sheet here. And I find there's a little piece of a pie. There's a couple of like cake stands. And then here's where I've decided I'm going to add them dang chickens. I love that little rooster. He's so cute. And then I add me a little old hen over here on the left-hand side. And y'all, again, there's no real reason for it other than I just think they're cute. So you can see where I've added a little red cake stand on the top up there. And I've got a little cake stand on the lower left, a little tiny piece of pie. And here I'm finding a little word that says happy at home. I will move that. It's going to go on the right-hand side. And then I'll take that other little flower and put it on top of that. And I have a little happy at home. I actually add another little word. I don't know if I do it right this second, but I'll find a word that says happy day. And that's going to go on the left-hand side, kind of over the little hen and underneath the little rolling pin. But again, I'm just kind of finding things here and putting them on. just building everything out. This together here was kind of fighting me a little bit. That's why I ended up putting a little bit of foam underneath it. Oh, here's where I find the happy day. And I think this looks real cute. We, just real quickly, so for Thanksgiving, back when my in-laws were alive, we used to all have it. It was me and my in-laws, my husband. He's an only child, so he didn't have any siblings or anything. And my mom and stepdad. And then if my sister happened to be living here, she had moved to Seattle for quite a little while. She would usually come in. Our lunch was usually with my mom. And then my parents are, they're divorced, so that it's a whole kind of second family. So we'd go the evening times with my dad's side of the family. But usually the midday meal was for my in-laws and my mom and Tim. And so he's been a staple in our lives for 30 years, I guess, now. And he likes his pies, I guess. We always got him gluten-free pies and stuff, and he's so cute. Anyways, we're just building out all these clusters here, y'all. I did go get some enamel dots. They're just a yellow. Actually, I believe they came from another scrap flavor of the month, because I had them in my enamel dot thing on just a strip, and that's kind of how they come sometimes. So the yellows were a really good match, so I stick those in there. I had pulled the other colors out, you can see up there on the left, but I decided against using those. I thought the yellow was fine. And I kind of went around in here with a few little foam dots and stuff, but that's all I'm going to do to this layout, y'all. I didn't add any other mixed media or anything, and I think this turned out so cute. I really love this green floral here, y'all. I was kind of mad at myself when I messed up originally, but I think I recovered. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy all the foods. We're going out to eat this year. It's a little easier than cooking for a ginormous meal for about 5 people. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, check out the Instagram, and we will see you soon. Bye.